Welcome to the Gatewood Legacy Radio. I'm your host, Coaldust, and we have our lovely and beautiful co-host, Miss Jolene. How are you, Jolene?
Hello, Coaldust. I'm doing pretty good. You doing all right?
I'm doing better, Jolene. And we have Pioneer Paula. How are you, Pioneer Paula?
Hey, I'm doing good. I got me some rolling papers, so it's all good.
To a guest caller to find out, I guess, if they're calling to be on the show or whether they're just listening in. Jolene is in the bubble. I do see that. How cool is that, Paula?
Yeah. I like that.
You like that bubble? Well, that actually is a 270 number, which is down in your area, Paula. The 270 is. But, I mean, I don't have that number. I'm trying to look myself to see if I know who it is. I don't know.
It is Jonathan Masters. And he's a John Talk.
I'll bring him up, Jolene. Bring him up.
I sure will. Hi, Jonathan.
Hey, am I on the air?
Yeah, you're on
Yes, you are, Jonathan. Thank you for calling the Gatewood Legacy. Thank you so much, Jonathan, for calling the Gatewood Legacy Radio.
Yeah, cool. I'm a huge Gatewood supporter, so I was hoping to actually talk about a couple issues if you didn't mind.
You've got, let's see, now at 4:20 we always have to take a break. We've got up until 5 o'clock that you can talk to, but at 4:20, Jonathan, we do have to take a short break for 2 minutes and 26 seconds because we always celebrate 4:20 on this radio.
Of course. I'll celebrate with you guys. The two biggest issues, I mean, there's a ton of things when it comes to Kentucky. We got 1 million poor people, number one for cancer, number one for pollution. One of the biggest things, I did an interview on KET, but I didn't get a chance to talk about it, was sort of the police accountability. And I think it's a conservative perspective when it comes to, like, corruption. So let's take the case of Samantha Ramsey. Okay, Samantha Ramsey, she's shot and killed in Boone County, and I think it's clear cut that anybody who's got a sense of morality that she was murdered. And but they waited a year before they actually did the grand jury. They waited actually until after the election. So that's perfect, right? So they don't have to deal with the controversy, and then they all got reelected. So just think about all the money that was wasted. First, you waste all the money, on a police officer who murders somebody. Then you got, a police officer can arrest anybody that they want to. If they arrested me for a library book, I got to go before the judge and I got to go through the process. But if you murder somebody and you got a badge, none of those other police officers arrested him. So they could have done that. I think that's kind of that's a waste. The prosecutors, they all, covered it up. And so how much money are we spending on circuit court judges? They're millionaires. They get $130,000 a piece. The circuit court judges, the district judges, and then the prosecutors. You got county attorneys and you got Commonwealth attorneys. There's a lot of people, a lot of money that's being spent on this, and all they did was it was an obstruction of justice. It was official misconduct, and it's murder. So that was the one issue that I wish I would have actually said something about it. But it was kind of, what's your reaction to what I just said?
Well, I totally agree. It's like that, they're not held accountable. Myself, I don't feel like they're held accountable for anything. They think they're above the law, 99% of them.
Right.
And the reason I can say that is because not too long ago here, I had a 50 state police roadblock in front of my home with their big mobile units out here in front of my home now, which I thought was illegal to be in front of a resident's home. And state troopers literally just, to me as a state trooper, I do not think that you should be handling people that have been drinking, calling them motherfuckers, fuck you, shut your fucking mouth, and shit like that, But I have witnessed this, and so is my boyfriend. Why don't you just put them in the car if they're drunk and take them on to jail? Why are you standing there, which to me it was nothing but a bunch of young cadets. They had just graduated, and this was like a training exercise for them. But I assure you, the next fucking time they come in front of my house, I'm calling the sheriff to have them to remove the state police out of front of my yard, because this is private property. I live here. You're not allowed to set up a roadblock with overkill of cops, because to me, you're putting my life in danger. You pull somebody over that's got a gun, that's running from them. there's going to be a big ass shootout. And you know, when guns go to shooting and you got 50 damn state troopers out here, you know, they don't have, you know, I can't trust them. I do not feel safe with them in front of my home. You know, the police is the last person that I feel like that I'm going to call. And I want to tell you, one of the reasons I say that is because I've been fighting Kentucky State Police since 2002 over the murder of my sister. The murder of my sister.
Right.
You know.
Man, if there's something that should, you know, shock the conscience, it's a murder.
Right. It's, you know, so, I mean, there you go again. Like even with the Samantha Ramsey case, you know, she is not the only person, I feel like, that is being murdered by our police officers. You know, I think it's overkill. I think that they went overkill on it myself.
Is there any other ones that you know of? I know Leon Brackens in Louisville. I know Jesse Gibbons. He got murdered in Richmond, Kentucky. There was a weird case in McGoffin County too. Castle Ray Carter, he got shot. And you know, without body cameras, all we have are the police word for it, so we have no idea what they actually did. I'm 33 years old. I guess I'm middle aged. I feel young, but I guess I'm getting old. But I've only known that a police officer getting charged 2 times. I've only heard it 2 times, and it was just recently in South Carolina when that guy shot that black dude in the back, and then it was with the Baltimore case. Those 6 cops got charged. Have you ever heard of a case besides those 2 where the police officers were charged with committing a crime?
I haven't.
No. Mm-hmm.
No. You know, I mean, it's like they're above the law or something, or they get special privileges, you know.
Right. There's this one guy was sitting there telling me, he's like, this isn't just, you know, limited in just 1 or 2 states. It's across the entire country. And frankly, I mean, if I'm a police officer and I see my buddies commit crime, I'm not going to defend him. I'm not going to defend that person for doing something bad because that makes me look bad. And I guess I'm a little frustrated. Where are the good cops at? You know, where are the good police officers at? If there were good police officers, they would say something about Samantha Ramsey. They would say something about Leon Brackens and Jesse Gibbons and Carter Ray Castle. But, I mean, you were saying something about having a police officer friend. I just feel like if you're a good person, you know, it's about morality, you know, like if, even with the DUI thing, like did any of those boys who was drinking by your house, did they hurt anybody?
Right. Well, Kentucky Blue Blood says that there have been 4 shot in northern Kentucky in the past 3 years that were fatal.
Yeah, but, and I looked at the other 3 cases of those, and it seems like, you know, they're legit because, you know, they always say that the guy has a gun and he's waving it around or something, but I can't trust him. I don't know if that's 100% legit. And right. that's real frustrating. Do you believe body cameras? Do you think body cameras is a good idea?
Yes, I do because I mean I'm all for them myself because right there, I mean, they're not going to be able to tell. They're not going to be able to lie and say, well, you know, they pulled a gun or something when the camera's going to show different, you know.
Okay, that is if they have no control over the camera. Once they put it on, it's turned on, and it's not turned off until their day has ended. They shouldn't be allowed to turn it on, turn it off, or whatever, you know.
Right. Oh, I agree, Joe.
Right, I agree. And if you're a good cop, I think the video would vindicate you, right? You know, if there was a guy pointing a gun at you, okay, you're justified. If someone pulls on you, you're justified.
Exactly.
But if you're a corrupt cop, then, you know, you're going to be outed. So I think that the video doesn't lie, and I think that's just that's a perfect idea, being that they're public officials being paid with tax dollars and. Mm-hmm. You know, we're supposed to trust them. I'd like to trust the police. I'm just like you. I mean, if I was robbed or something happened out here, I would hesitate to call the police. For one, I don't think they would get the guy. I don't think they would do anything. And then I think they would start harassing me if I was like, hey, you need to do your job and get the guy. Hey, don't talk to me like that. And so they just, you know, escalate the situation, and I feel like I would be victimized instead of them actually getting the bad guys.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right. It's funny, but we're going to have to take a break, guys, just for 2 minutes and 26 seconds, and we'll come back and talk about this because Kentucky Blue Blood was saying that as long as they keep investigating themselves, we'll never know, and I agree. But we love that little song.
Yeah.
All us still coughing.
Yes.
We were actually, right before the break, we were talking to Jonathan Masters about the police. I think if Gatewood was here today, he would say that we're becoming a police state. You know, I mean, he bitched about that since the 90s, that we were becoming a police state. You know, so I don't know. Are you there, Jonathan?
Yeah.
I don't know, was that Jonathan or was that Jonathan?
I'm here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's saying yeah from a distance. I was like, what is that?
I didn't know what that was.
Speakerphone, probably.
That was the comedy part of the show today.
I feel like we get really up in time in 2 minutes.
That was some
I'm living with thugs right now. Anyway.
Oh, that's fine, Jonathan. That's fine. I didn't know if we'd lost you or not.
Yeah, no, I'm still here. No, I mean, it actually feels good to be with black company, because, I mean, it's frustrating. We pay all this money for the police to protect and serve us, but what are they doing? If they're not protecting and serving us, what are they doing?
Well, that's just like I had seen with the social service system, CPS, I guess, Child Protective Services, where they had a whistleblower come out and say now that, you know, and I know this to be a fact, I know this to be true, they take people's children from them, they legally turn around and make a profit by adopting them out, and they don't even really contact the family members to even see or allow the family to even know that, you know, they're going to adopt this child out to strangers.
Right.
You know, and I know for a fact that that's happening.
I've heard of a case where they get killed. You know, they go to a foster home, or they get molested, or they get, you know, something bad happens.
Right. Yes. Right. All the time. Hear it all the time.
You know. So I mean,
but you're right. The family's supposed to get first shot at it, or it used to be that way. Coaldust. I know what you're talking about.
Well,
that's one of the statistics actually for Kentucky. Kentucky is #1 for child deaths and child abuse cases, and so they tried to do an open records request and find out what was actually going on, and they were covering it up. And so, you know, again, like if I'm honest, I'm gonna let you know everything that, you know. Here's what we did. Here's the study. Here's what happened. But if you're covering it up, that just that almost implicates you in the crime, in the murder itself.
Yeah.
All right.
So true.
Right.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah, do you have any questions for me? Because I think I'm just going to keep on talking.
Jolene, do you have any questions?
No, I don't think I do. No.
What about you, Paula? Nope, I'm still toking. I'm toking and listening.
I'm jealous. Where you at? I'm going to drive over your way.
I'm in Colorado, don't you know?
In Colorado with me, aren't you, Paula? Paula's in Colorado with me.
Oh, that's cool. I'm in Breckenridge County. You're in Colorado? Seriously?
No, I'm in Western Kentucky. I'm in Marshall County.
I'm in Utah, for real.
And Jolene is actually in Utah. Really? Yeah, she's for real in Utah, but I'm for real down here in the Purchase.
And in the drug war, I mean, I think the drug war is absolutely ridiculous. Look at Colorado. You have less addictions, less crime, and then you have all the money. Like, they are making so much money in Colorado. They're actually giving money out to the people. Oh, my God.
I know. Isn't that awesome? That's awesome.
It is
You
awesome.
think everybody else would want to catch on.
And in Kentucky, we got Southern Baptist Convention folks. Right.
Yeah.
Well, the Southern Baptist doesn't have to use it if they don't want to.
Exactly.
But don't stop everybody else from all its benefits.
But they did, or they just put it in it anyways. And I look for them to fight us again and start back in January because they already they would. Right, they already said that they were actually working on trying to take and stop it next year. They think they're really going to be able to do that.
I think I need to make a poster shaming them at Fancy Farm.
Absolutely, Paula. Fancy Farm, that's the place to be. The first weekend of August is at Fancy Farm. Are you all going to be there?
Yeah, we have the primary. We got the primary, so we got to take out the giant of corruption, Jack Conway, by May 19th. They wouldn't want me at Fancy Farm because it's just basically a roast, and I would roast the shit out of every one of these corrupt politicians. Oh my god. It'd be fun, but we got to beat Conway, and we're talking about corruption. I think shit runs downhill. So, it's a good plumbing tactic, right? If you want the shit to get in the sewers, it runs downhill. And if he's corrupt at the top, I think we got 120 county corruption. We see corruption in all 120 counties.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind about that. Corruption has been that. I think we hit like the list of one of the most corrupt states across the United States here a while back.
Yeah. Last year, Harvard study, and what was fascinating about it was we weren't just corruption with illegal people, but it was also legal corruption. We were number one for illegal corruption.
Right.
Well, we had got into sort of an argument a couple months back, and I was thinking about it. I think there's something to the beauty of Gatewood if he's able to sort of appeal to both sides of the spectrum. I remember we were talking about whether or not he was a conservative or a liberal, and I still believe the way I believe. But I heard what you guys said, and I thought about it. But I don't think it matters 100% too much because there is you have Ron Paul and Ralph Nader had got together in 2008, and they outlined 5 major issues that both the far left and the far right agree on. And it was the drug war, it was audit the Fed, it was balance the budget, it was the 2 other ones. They were like big, the war, anti-war, and something else that's maybe Constitution or something. But what that kind of says to me, when you got the far right and the far left agree on major policy issues, the two-party system sucks. The two-party system is not representing anybody. The whole damn system is messed up. And I remember Gatewood I had asked him something about the party system, and he had emailed me that the party system is the problem. That's why he runs as an independent. So I think that's there's something to be said about Gatewood if he's able to appeal to everybody. The whole system is fucked. So that's why Gatewood was such a, he was such a good, I guess, a great man. He was a great man.
Oh, he was. And they all, as Paul says, he was a statesman. And as you were saying, I couldn't personally tell you. I know Gatewood well, and so did Paula, but that was his daughters are like Molly and Abby both are admin on the legacy thing in the Emory group because, that is their father. And so that was Abby Sears Moat that you were talking with, which is Gatewood's oldest daughter, which is in law school right now to be a lawyer like her father. And so I cannot argue with his daughter on how she wants to say that her father is,
She was saying that he never said that he was liberal. And so there's something to that. If he was a liberal, he would have said it. So if, I got a little bit of conservative and liberal in me. I'm mostly progressive. So I wonder if maybe because we all like him, maybe we put a little bit of ourselves onto him. Because he ran as a Democrat. So, he's not a Mitch McConnell conservative. I think we can agree with that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh no, never registered Republican. No, he was never registered Republican. That is for sure. And he always said that. Yeah,
he always said the Democratic Party left the people.
Yep, and
he left the Democratic Party because they left the people, right?
So.
And that's how you should be. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. It was like a,
Well,
a half a second.
I think Gatewood's biggest thing that he stood for was the freedom, everybody's individual freedoms and their rights. He felt like everybody had to fight for their individual freedoms and rights in this country and stand up, for your rights and your freedoms,
Freedom. I wonder why that message didn't have. Why do you think he only got like 9% of the vote? Because imagine what Kentucky would have been like if we would have elected him the first time he ran, 20 years ago. It'd be the greatest thing.
In 99. I think he won the election in 99 on the Reform Part. That was bought and paid for by Paul Patton and all these payoffs. I know he won. I saw the numbers reversed. The reason he didn't win in this last election was totally because of black.
Yeah, she really scammed him pretty bad. I feel like she was.
That's why he lost. She was a plant to slam him, and she done a damn good job, and she even took him right.
Well, he doesn't know who Black is. Black is Dee Riley, is who Paula is calling Black. Paula refuses to say her name. But here's you an example. I have even the clip of this, the audio clip, and I was just talking to Mike Whosoever, which was a pastor that Gatewood spoke with every single morning, and Mike is actually the pastor of our Legacy show. But I was just talking to him at Aaron's Layout, and we were talking about how the most happiest day of Gatewood's life was when the United Mine Workers had endorsed an independent, and they had never endorsed an independent in the history, but they endorsed him. And I have that video. I've got the video of that. I've got the audio of that, and she talked him into believing that the Sierra Club had more money than the United Mine Workers. Well, anybody's got any damn sense knows that the United Mine Workers is one of the oldest organizations in this state and has more money than a lot of these, especially more money than the Sierra Club, and they have more members, the United Mine Workers do, than the Sierra Club. And so the moment he took and went on with the Sierra Club, he automatically lost the endorsement from the United Mine Workers because Sierra Club is against the United Mine Workers. So
really,
that right there made him lose. Yeah,
Sierra Club
a lot of
World Order people. The Sierra Club is one world order people. They are not what they appear to be.
You know what they told us? Because, we ideologically, Gatewood was against mountaintop removal, so why would they not have, ideologically, you would think they would actually align with them. They told us we had to raise $100,000 before they would even think about endorsing us.
Well, because they're one world order people.
The Sierra Club, yep. And I'm a poor man out here. I'm just trying to change the conversation. So I'm doing my damnedest. I'm not like no millionaire like Conway or whatever. But $100,000 just to be taken serious. Well, what about do you actually want to get rid of mountaintop removal? Do you actually want to do the environmental protection And I think there is that sort of.
That's the biggest thing that they stand up for is mountaintop removal, and not cutting trees down. And my thing is why the hell ain't they got behind the hemp industry if they're so worried about a damn tree?
Because they're one world order people.
And I'm like, Paula, I believe they're one world order people,
I don't believe it. I pretty much know it and have known it for a long time. Since 21, smart growth, all that, yeah. I've been able to take back Kentucky too long.
There's no more coal miners unions. There's no more, the United Mine Workers, they don't have anybody in Kentucky that's a part of them anymore?
The United Mine Workers is still a very strong force in the state of Kentucky, and
I agree with that. I agree with that. But we're the unions is kind of what I'm saying, because I'm a union man. I believe that's how working people have got the freedoms that we've got, today. We got the middle class, we got weekends, we got rid of child labor. There's a lot of things the unions have done for us, but unions are about like 9%. And there's an article, I think it's WFPL, that said that there's no more coal miners unions. And so that scares me. I was talking to somebody, so there might be like some pocket unions here and there, but for the majority of them, they're not unionized. And one of the greatest things about Kentucky history was, the fights that we had in Harlan County and against the coal mining operations. It was working people standing up against the man. And, do we not do that anymore? Is there no more solidarity?
Well, as a child that lived in the mining camps that you're talking about, when all that shooting and shit went on and the picketing of it and things, I lived right in them mining camps. My father was a supervisor there in High Flint, Kentucky. If you ever watched the Harlan County, if you ever watched that, you'll see Sheriff Collins. He was crooked as hell. He was crooked as shit. The people that was killed.
Harlan County State?
See what?
Were you there?
Harlan County. Yes, I was. I actually lived in that. Yes, it was in the late 60s, early 70s when all this was going on back then. And I can remember as a small child of sleeping on the floor many of nights because it wasn't safe to sleep in the bed, afraid that your house was going to get shot all to hell.
Well, that's what the Florence Risa song was about. They came into her house and attacked her one day when the husband wasn't there.
Right. Yeah. It's very.
Are you on?
There was a time before Robert Stivers, House Floor President Leader, common, most crookedest son of a bitch in this state is Robert Stivers. I'll continue to say it. They was bitching about the other day. They said, the reason nobody likes Coomer in this state is because he got rid of Richie Farmer. I said, well, shit, Richie Farmer's been on the take ever since he was a child. How do I know? I'm from Manchester, Kentucky. I remember that little bitch. I remember that little drawed up son of a bitch when he was 16 years old, how they took and give him a brand new white Corvette, Doug White, the mayor did, to play basketball. He did not live in Clay County. He was not from Clay County. He was actually from Jackson in a little small community called Amble, Kentucky. See, they forget that there's motherfuckers from there that knows the story. And
before sort of the police. Oh, go ahead.
With Robert Stivers, he beat Barbara Coulter. Now, before Barbara Coulter was state rep in Appalachia there, every state trooper that came in to Clay County was murdered. Every state trooper that came in there. They murdered every state trooper. To where the state troopers would not even come into Manchester, Kentucky. They was scared to death. Well, Barbara Coulter, she got elected, and she got the state troopers back there. Now Robert Stivers, he beat her out by buying votes, killing my sister in the process. My sister got killed in this vote buying scheme. Paid the preacher and his wife $850,000 to get him right where he's at today, down there in the thing in our capital. Plus, he's got my sister's dead blood all over his hands, that low-life son of a bitch does. I've tried to talk to every fucking governor that we've had, every governor we've had. They're right in on it, too, because they refused to talk to me, even right down to Paul Patton one time. He was so scared to try to talk to me because I had an appointment down there to see him one time. And his thing was he had death threats. Well, join the club, motherfucker. Who the hell don't have death threats on them? You have nothing to fear from me. I'm not going to murder you. I want some questions. I want some justice. It'll be 13 years.
And you know what? I would have an open door policy. That would be, I don't know if it's because I'm like on the bottom or whatever, why I feel like this way, but like, if I'm on the top, I want to hear what you're saying. I want to hear if my guys are out there are corrupt and they're doing some bad shit. In fact, if, the governor and the lieutenant governor, they have a lot of control over the budget, and they're also the commander-in-chief. So, they're like in charge of the Kentucky State Police. And I would open your case up. I would definitely arrest Tyler Brockman up in Boone County and anybody else. Like, I'm so sick of this shit. Like, why would we not do that? Why, just like what you were kind of saying with Richie Farmer. The reason why they're attacking Comer on Richie Farmer is because you're not supposed to speak ill of any Republican. It's like Reagan's 10th or 11th commandment. Well, my thing is, if you're corrupt and you're bad, you make me look bad. So, no, I think what he did, that was a great thing that Comer did.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I commend him for that myself. That was the best thing he ever done in the history to me. I know everybody's real proud about the hemp that he got passed, but to me, my biggest thing was where he went after the damn corruption.
Yeah, both of those was like the best things I think actually about him. So unfortunately, I was getting some of those bad headlines.
And he stood up to the DEA.
Yeah, and he stood up for the DEA. Yeah, he did. He done that too. Yep, over the hemp, over the seeds. But, to me, I mean, look how, now they're bashing him. They're bashing him like hell,
I wonder if that's just because he is going to win. That seems to be when people want to kind of crap on you. It's like when I was nobody, I got into with the LMPD in 2012. And I didn't hear anything. Nobody said a word. The media didn't pick it up. They didn't say nothing about it. But as soon as I jumped into the race, they started printing some stuff about me. So I feel with, this is 20-something years ago. So I don't know. If it's true or not true, it's just he's got a wife who adores him and loves him. So I guess I kind of forgive him because I think the media is just kind of crapping on him. They're just he's about to do something good for Kentucky, so they're just trying to. I don't know. I was a little frustrated with Comer, though. He did not say that he was for medical marijuana. All the other three governor candidates did say that.
Okay, they did. They said that so they'll get your vote. Just because they freaking say they're going to do it, don't mean they're going to do it.
Well, now on the debate there that I listened to, on the debate guys that I listened to, all three of them, Coomer, Heiner, and Bevins, all three said that the only way that they were for medical marijuana was if it was through the FDA and through experiments. The only one that was actually said that they were for the medical marijuana was Will T. Scott.
Yeah, which is actually kind of wild because he's the one that set up drug courts for children.
But what you all probably don't realize also, that is Dee Riley's ex-husband, Will T. Scott is.
What a small world.
Yes, I promise you that.
I had no idea that. To be honest with you, that's a good conversation to talk about these candidates. Will T. Scott, I trust him. I like the guy.
I like him too. I do too.
He's a Kentucky man. He come up out of our dirt. You know what I mean? Like that's what I like. I like that. Even though I'm not 100% on some of his policies, but I like that. Comer did say he was against legalizing, though. He said he was against legalizing.
Yep, he said that Coomer, Bevins, and Heimer, all three, were wanting FDA approving and funding and all these studies and things done. And like I say, Will T. Scott was the only one that said that he was for it, which I was surprised. I was surprised that Coomer didn't at least say that he was for the medical part of it.
Will T. Scott had that's disappointing. You're right. They might just be saying that to get my vote, but Comer saying no, that means we have no chance. We have no chance of actually getting it unless, I think it's, the reason why I think he's doing this, he don't want it to threaten the hemp industry. He's got this hemp thing going and it's out there, and then Mitch McConnell's a hemp guy but not a marijuana guy. So I think he wants to protect his hemp industry, but man, we should have a right to our own bodies. We're Americans, like you're saying. We're supposed to be free. When did we lose the right to our own body?
Well, I don't know how that we can't start suing the state for it being unconstitutional for allowing people that are sick and dying and on their deathbed that need this when we have so many other states where they have it accessible. And the reason I say that is because just like they sued us over the gay people not getting married, being able to get married. We've had gay couples sue the state over not allowing to recognize them getting married, so why couldn't we sue them for that?
I think it's a great idea because, I just talked to Drew Curtis, who's an independent that's running for governor, and he was sitting there telling me that he knew a couple that has to probably move out of the state because their kid has cancer. So I think what you're saying is genius because what their prohibition laws are killing us. They're literally killing us. People that have ailments that need to be cured. So they're literally killing us and keeping that medicine away from people that actually need it. They should be sued. They should be sued. I agree with that. Think about the racket of Jack Conway. He's our attorney general. He pretty much controls all the lawyers and stuff. And so he goes out there. He finds somebody with some drug charge, some personal amount of drugs, right? And then he puts a felony on them. Now they can't vote. They can't vote against him. So he just stripped away their political power. Not only did he just ruin their life by throwing them in jail and getting a felony charge on top of them, but they can't even vote. So what a perfect racket. You know, just call someone an enemy, take away the right to vote. Now they can't do anything.
Right, and I feel like if they've done their time for their crimes, then they should be restored. They're restored their driver's license and automobile insurance. Why are they not restored their right to vote? You know,
exactly.
That's discrimination to me. I wanted to talk about something else right fast, and it's not just with the tobacco settlement. One of our state reps, I won't say exactly which one it was, but he was in Frankfurt this morning, and they come to a tobacco agreement settlement fund oversight committee. He said was over. The presentation was from Roger Thompson, the director of the governor's office in agricultural policy and staff. But Kentucky Infrastructure Agency has received $61.8 million in tobacco settlement funds for 2015 and 16. So, okay, all this funding is going back into like Ohio County, Butler County, Muhlenberg County, Hopkins County. And my bitch about this is and it's even with the pharmaceutical companies, why is the victim of the person that, like, for instance, that's addicted to tobacco, why are they not making, with that kind of money, $61.8 million, why are you not fixing something for the community that has this tobacco problem that you've caused and created, and the state gets the money? They get all the damn money. Why is that? It's the same thing in the pharmaceutical field.
I would think that's a conservative argument. That's welfare. That's welfare. And the idea is that tobacco is a dying industry, so they give them this welfare so they can invest in a new industry, and then they can pull themselves up out of, tobacco being a dying industry. But it's welfare. That is welfare. That is just getting money for nothing, just because you're a tobacco farmer and the industry is dying. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. That's a lot of money. $62 million is a lot of money, and usually when you have a lot of money, that's where corruption happens. That opens up the door for corruption.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, to me, if we're going to sue the pharmaceutical companies, or if we're going to sue the tobacco companies, I think they ought to be made to put in place something that is helping the victims of this, because me, for one, being a tobacco smoker, I hate it. I absolutely hate it, but it's the worst addiction that I believe I could possibly ever have.
I'd rather
I was 13 years old.
I'd rather be addicted to cannabis. I always wonder if one counteracts the other. One gives you cancer, and then the other one cures it.
Right.
If I had enough cannabis, I'd stop smoking these damn cigarettes.
Well, I agree with you, Paula. I agree. That's my thing. If the cannabis was accessible to where like my cigarettes was, there's no doubt in my mind that I would put the cigarettes down. I would never fix the nasty some bitches up again.
Willpower, ladies, willpower. If I can do it, you can too. I smoked for over 30 years. Don't hand me that. You have to really.
Yeah, well, circumstances have play a part in it.
Why you call Dee Riley black?
Because she was that fucking word was in black when I had to rip that fucking word off of these signs so it would just show Gatewood. Thank you very much.
So you think you don't like her? Because I think we might agree again on, I feel like we've agreed on 90% of everything so far.
He was evil before I even met her.
Yeah. What the fuck? I feel like she kind of, I don't know, I feel like she kind of pushed me out of the, sort of the campaign. I mean, I don't know if she had Gatewood sort of, by the balls or whatever it was, but I don't know what was going on there, but I fucked D-Riley.
I do. Well, what happened, trust me, Gatewood in 2010, Mike Morris is no longer with us. He was Gatewood's, he was his treasury, wasn't he, Paula? When he was treasury, he was the treasury.
Yeah.
And Mike passed away last year. And Craig Lee, everybody knows who Craig Lee is. We actually had a meeting, and they were trying to they found out what she was up to, and they tried to get Gatewood to back out on using her as a running mate. But he had already signed a contract with her. And Gatewood was a man of his word, and he said no matter what, he could not go back on his word. And I was talking to Mike Whosoever about this the other day, we also need to be more like that with Gatewood. I mean, no matter how bad it bites us in the ass, if you give somebody your word on something, really stick by what you tell them. No matter even if it bites you in the ass in the end, you know.
Your word should be
it killed him. It killed him in the end, okay?
Yeah, it did.
Everything out of him.
Well,
I was a little frustrated. I didn't like her hair. I mean, she acts like she's like this golden, like, you know, queen or something. It's like, you got too much hair. But that's petty.
Sociopath. She's a sociopath.
But the thing, I don't know, what got me was, like, she had posted something about Lorena Bobbitt is, like, everybody should have, I don't know, I forget, it was some product, but, like, everybody should get, I think, a knife. Everybody should get a Lorena Bobbitt knife or something like that. And I'm like, I don't know. Everybody, I felt like she was insulting all men. And I was kind of like, I don't know. Like, I mean, men who have done bad shit, yeah, cut their fucking dick off if you want. If they've raped, if they've done something, you know, molested kids, cut their dick off. But everybody else, I mean, and then, like, she wouldn't even take it back, so I was a little frustrated with that. But, yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right about her, actually.
I know I'm right. I knew she was evil before I met her.
I didn't realize Robert Stivers had something to do with your sister. Like, that pisses me off. I mean, I got a million reasons to be pissed off, but, like, that's another notch that, you know, that's another problem that needs to be fixed. That's bullshit. You have all the, you did all the paperwork and stuff, so you got, like, a lot of evidence compiled and a lot of,
I've got a lot of stuff done on it, and a lot of stuff to convict them all if I can ever get past them. But here's the problem that you're dealing with. They killed the FBI agent exactly on the 10-year date of her death. They killed the FBI agent who had been working on her case for 10 years, and he mysteriously dies exactly the same day she died, 10 years later.
Oh my God, that almost sounds like they did that intentionally, like that, just to get.
That's how they work.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I've actually had them to threaten me. I've had them to tell me that they're going to put guns. I tell everybody the FBI is on my timeline with me on my Facebook. The FBI is on there. I don't trust them. They know I don't trust them. I've got a U.S. fucking marshal up on there. I've got several sheriffs up on there. Several police officers on there because I got news for them. I got a fucking sister that's been fucking murdered. And I ain't afraid of none of them some bitches. I've been trying to die for a long damn time and been ready to die for a long time because when they killed my sister, they killed a part of my life on me. She was but 26 years old. And the preacher and his wife still sits in federal prison right up here in Lexington, Kentucky on Leestown Road. They're in there to 2026. They took down the mayor, the chief of police, the 911 dispatch. They arrested the whole damn county. You know, and of course it was all this FBI agent that had done this from out of Berea, Kentucky. But yeah, I've got all and my sister. Here's the worst thing: my sister is actually buried in the murder cemetery. So when I go in there, it's a one-way in, one-way out. I'm always got guns on me like crazy, and don't know if I'm going to have to shoot myself out of there or not. And all my family, all we want to do is move my sister from their cemetery to the Daniel Boone Cemetery in Frankfort, Kentucky, on the grave that is waiting on her and been waiting on her since 2003. You know, we've got a grave spot and everything for her. But now they have told me last year that they will move her if I will give them $10,000 fucking dollars.
You just need to go in there late at night and dig her body up. That's bullshit. You're the family. What the fuck? How can they tell you where the remains are going to be?
Well, here's the one even better than that. This month will make 13 years that she has been dead. She was murdered exactly not even 2 weeks after the election of Robert Stivers. Murdered in her home, shot with her own gun through the heart, gun laying in her left hand. That's where they fucked up. They put the gun in her left hand, tried to say she committed suicide. But when the autopsy report come back, there was no gun residue on her fucking hand. So even the sheriff at that time tried to tell me it was a new gun. I said, well, I'll tell you what, motherfucker. Let me buy about 50 new fucking guns, and this means you go in the fucking woods and let's fucking find out who gets gunpowder on their motherfucking hands. Because I'm not a dumb bitch. I am a gun owner. I know all about fucking guns.
Do you have anybody on it now? Is there a prosecutor or
There is
police officer?
sheriff, but the sheriff is still working on it. I talked to him here just a couple of months ago because I also had two cousins. One was killed. You might have seen they were turkey hunting. One lost his eye, got shot in the eye. They killed the other one, and the other one, the other cousin of mine that they killed was a guard at the federal penitentiary there in Manchester, and they were turkey hunting, and they killed. So they've been working actually on that murder case also. They have actually finally got the guy. The guy that killed my sister has never been to trial yet. I don't want him to go to trial there in that county, though. I do not want him to go to trial in Clay County.
Do you know the guy who did it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've got pictures of him, pictures of his truck, and every damn thing. Hell yeah, no, I know exactly who the little son bitch is, and I know exactly why they done it. Yeah. Huh?
Why do you think? Do you got any friends in low places?
I got all kinds of friends. Trust me, I got people that even walked back out of prison that could actually take care of it. But I don't believe in murder. I want justice. I want justice of them to go to prison because that's exactly what they don't want to do. You know.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Actually. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's up to you, I think. But that's a hell. I mean, to be in prison for the rest of your life. So, you know.
Oh, trust me, I know. I was married to a man that's serving life in prison, you know, so I'm very familiar about prison. I walked in there many a time. But I want to thank everybody. Thank you so much, Johnson, for being with us today, and thank you, Paula, for being with us. Thank the love of my life listening to our show, Kentucky Blue Blood, and thank you, Miss Jolene. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time, guys. Love y'all. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
That's a little old-fashioned car.